Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. I'm sure you know that we are 6 days away from our Showdown Summer Spectacular, which happens this coming Saturday at the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy. Remember, this is our biggest event this summer and you can only see it by being there live. It won't air anywhere, you have to be there in person. And we've got a couple of matches that have already been announced. We know that Mike Musso takes on Tim Wiley in a blindfold match. And we also know that, assuming he's cleared by the doctors, Baram will get his rematch for the heavyweight title against James Scott in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Baram's going to be there regardless of what happens with the doctors. So get yourself along and see just what goes down this coming Saturday. We also have another match coming up on that show, which I'll tell you about a little later on, along with how to get your hands on some tickets. But trust me, it's a live event you cannot afford to miss. Now, I'm sure you would like to see some wrestling action, and we've got 2 matches for you coming up this week. The first of these is the latest in our series of Royal Open challenges. Prince Asad has been running around W3L the past few months, issuing these Royal Open challenges to literally anybody in the changing room. Who, if anyone, is going to answer this challenge this week? Let's all find out by going down to ringside for the Royal Open Challenge.
My name is Prince Asad, alright? Now I come out here and I issue Royal Open Challenges. What are you looking at? Don't look at me. Idiots, that's still over there. This is a Royal Open Challenge now. Announce my opponent right now. Whoever it is, come out here and get your ass kicked by a prince. Shut up. Oh, you see you? See what's up with him?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see who answers Prince Asad's Royal Open Challenge.
Shut your mouth. Don't shut your mouth. Open up. Make some noise. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with the first of 2 matches for you this week here on Wrestling Showdown. It's another Royal Open Challenge issued by Prince Asad, and as you can see it's been answered by Kevin Williams. This isn't the first time that Prince Asad has issued a Royal Open Challenge. He's had, back in February, he had his challenge by Mike Musso, and then also in February at a Remedy event, it was Big Dave Jeremy that came in and answered the challenge. They maybe haven't entirely gone Asad's way, but you know, he keeps plugging away at them. And credit where it's due, he does issue it to literally anyone, so he doesn't know who he's going to face. Could be anybody from backstage. In this case, it's Kevin Williams. Now, Williams himself has, of course, generally been in the tag team division. He and Jason Reed briefly were tag team champions. I'm sure you know the history of them against the Noble Lions. Indeed, the contingency plan as well, when they are looking at regaining the tag title. Both of us have solo aspirations, of course. But right now, Kevin Williams has come out to answer his open challenge. Maybe gain some momentum in the singles ranks. Because everybody's gunning for James Scott in that heavyweight championship. As Asad winds the audience up by walking around the building. I think we're about to get underway. Wait a sec. Is that there's some sort of commotion at the side of the ring? What's going on here? Hang on. Is that somebody else? Ladies and gentlemen, we've been joined by Lucian Maynard Smith. Now, it is. I think he's joining the Open Challenge. That's apparently what it's going to be. Lucian Maynard Smith has come out to join the Open Challenge. I mean, Asad didn't necessarily specify it was a singles match, so we're not going to see an impromptu triple threat Open Challenge just to make things even harder for Prince Asad, because instead of 1 wrestler to beat, he's now got 2. So obviously that does apply to both Williams and Smith as well. And Asad and Smith going straight at Kevin Williams. And interesting note, Prince Asad's very first match in W3L was a triple threat match. And that was back in October 2015. He faced, amongst others, Kevin Williams in that triple threat match. Didn't win the contest, but you know, it was his first match in W3L. He'd had very little experience by that point, and so this is history repeating in some respects. And Asad and Smith, I guess you've got a prince and a nobleman. It makes sense that they would team up against Kevin Williams. That's exactly what they're doing. Lucian Smith, you saw on Showdown last week, appeared on screen gloating about his victory over Mike Musso, which he has gone to town on. You might say he does indeed hold a pinfall victory over Mike Musso back in June here on Wrestling Showdown. I'm led to believe he held a massive garden party at the house of Smith to celebrate his victory. I'm told it was quite the affair. I wasn't invited, so I can't tell you firsthand, but I'm told it was good by those that were there. Williams ducks and runs through both opponents with a clothesline. It's effectively been a handicap match in the past couple of minutes. And Williams is the man with the most experience in this match. Around 12 years, believe it or not. So I mean, he's got a lot of tenure, a lot of pedigree. Smith has had 5 years less than Kevin Williams, and Prince Asad has had 10 years less experience than Kevin Williams. So it's in 5-year blocks, it looks like. But you can see the chicanery of Prince Asad. They pulled the ankle of Kevin Williams. It's a downside to a triple threat match. First pinfall or submission will win the contest. And of course, if you're focusing on one wrestler, there's always somebody else sneaking around. And Asad applies that chin lock. And you see the way he lies on Williams. If Kevin Williams wants up, although Asad has now released it, he would have had to stand up lifting his own weight and the weight of Asad as well, making it much harder to get to his feet. Smith and Williams no strangers to each other, as I've already detailed. They've fought over the tag team title. They were tag team partners many moons ago outside the W3L, so they knew each other fairly well. Because at 7 Deadly Sins back in 2015, Smith knocked Kevin Williams out the quarterfinals. He's never forgotten that, has to be said. Kevin Williams was last on Wrestling Showdown back in May, defeating the very good Mr. Yunji Maki by DQ when Maki smacked him with a chair. Just goes to show the lengths Maki will go to. It seems that wins and losses aren't really important to him these days. Lucian Maynard Smith appeared back in June. I'm actually losing to El Technico. This was the week after he defeated Mike Musso. I think he somewhat took his eye off the ball and got overconfident, and El Technico scored the victory, but still Smith gloats over his Musso victory. And speaking of Musso, Asad was last seen in February with a Royal Open Challenge, losing to Mike Musso. So that's the last time these two men appeared on Wrestling Showdown. And Williams really struggling here. Again, it's been a handicap style 2-on-1. Asad and Smith have never wrestled each other, never met before. At least not that I'm aware of anyway, but certainly on W3L. Williams takes that back elbow, and he really needs to find a way. Maybe he can roll at the ring if possible, just leave these two at it. But I get the feeling that they're just going to target him. What will happen when he comes ready to be defeated, I do not know, because invariably alliances never last in this type of match. Much like in Battle Royals, they're never temporary. See, Williams still taking the fight. That's that uppercut. And lobs Asad at the ring. Good presence of mind. And he rolls up Lucian Maynard Smith. Williams, you can tell he's slightly fatigued, and understandably so. Oh, and he picks up Lucian Maynard Smith. I think Smith was going for something, but Williams countered it in the back slam, and Asad, before any attempt at a pinfall can be made, and he just stomps on his partner. Well, temporary partner. This could be the smartest thing Asad's done. This could be his first Royal Open Challenge win. And now he's saying go get him. Oh, and he rolls him up! Double bluff here. And Asad showing some chicanery, and Smith just catches him in midair and drives him down. Just nets him a 2 count. Smith Smith saying this is time. He's going to end this match. But Asad fights out, and a super kick right in the chin. Both of his opponents are down. Asad can score a victory here. Decides to cover Smith. And Williams, at the very last possible second, makes a save. Again, first pinfall or submission wins, so you can't afford to let any pinfall attempts take place. He catches the foot. Oh, right in the midsection of Smith. Oh, and Asad gets dumped to the floor. Williams going after Smith, who reverses it. Just fires off some forearms at the corner. And Williams launched it in the corner. He's got it in the bag. And Williams off the ropes and hits the game over. Hooks the leg and scores the victory in the Royal Open Challenge. So a great victory for Kevin Williams in the first of 2 matches on Wrestling Showdown.
A victory there for Kevin Williams in that Royal Open Challenge. Now, I've already told you about 2 of the matches you're going to be seeing this Saturday at our Showdown Summer Spectacular. I promised you a 3rd match, and here it is. One of the most popular divisions in W3L is our women's division, and 3 of the best female competitors in W3L are going to be meeting in a triple threat match this coming Saturday. Former women's champion Sara will be facing off against Sammy Jane and Debbie Sharp in a triple threat match this Saturday. Now, Jane and Sharp, they're no strangers to each other. They team up regularly outside the W3L and sometimes inside too. But what happens when they're on opposite sides of the fence? You know that the winner of this match is going to be angling for a championship opportunity. Is it going to be 2 against 1 as Jane and Sharp take on Sara? Or will it be every woman for themselves? Well, you're going to find out this coming Saturday at the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy on our Showdown Summer Spectacular. I will tell you about ticket details very, very shortly, but to whet your appetite for some top quality female wrestling action, we've got another match for you this week on Showdown, and one of the people that will be involved in that triple threat match is going to be wrestling in just a moment. Sara has to take on the returning Little Miss Roxxy in our match that we are about to see, and as always, all eyes are on the Women's Championship. Who is going to gain the victory and climb the ladder of contention? Let's get down to ringside and we'll both find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with the second of 2 matches for you here this week on Wrestling Showdown. Little Miss Roxxy in the black attire and the blonde and pink hair, taking on Sara in the red outfit. I'm sure you're very familiar with Sara, a regular here in W3L, 3-time former women's champion. Little Miss Roxxy, not as much of a regular, certainly not in W3L. She's been at a couple of our live events. She last appeared here in Wrestling Showdown back in November of last year, losing to Leah Owens. But she's a standout competitor in the northeast of England. If there's any event in the northeast that's got a women's match, invariably Little Miss Roxxy is involved in that contest, and she's gained some tremendous experience by wrestling a whole variety of opponents, and it's been, again, since November last year she appeared here in Showdown, so she's definitely improved. She does obviously give up a lot in the way of experience, to say like a good 10 years I believe, so she can't overcome that hurdle, but she's definitely gained more in-ring experience since last appearing here on Wrestling Showdown. She's been very cautious at the start, very reluctant to do anything to tangle with Sara. They have actually wrestled before at a live event back in February, and so they do know each other. And Roxxy just leaving the ring, just stalling. Sara, the veteran, content to wait for her. Let Roxxy come to her, although Sara's obviously had enough. She doesn't get paid by the hour. And Roxxy Scarpa doesn't seem to want anything to do with Sara. Makes me wonder why she signed for this match in the first place. But of course Sara, again, former 3-time women's champion. If Roxxy could get a victory over her, that'd be a massive boost for her W3L career. Certainly put her in line for a title shot, you would think. Women's division very competitive right now when you consider who you've got. Leah Owens, Debbie Sharp, Sammy Jean, Sara, Little Roxxy of course. Other people come in and out as well. There's a lot of competition in that division. And Roxxy finally gets in and slides back out again. She's done nothing but stall. She seems to be, assuming this isn't cowardice, I assume she's come up with some strategy to either frustrate Sara enough to where she makes a mistake, or just perhaps bore her senseless so she passes out and Roxxy can roll it down and pin her. I really don't know, but she's just done nothing. They haven't even made any contact yet. All Roxxy's done is run round the ring and avoid Sara like the plague. And maybe it's because she knows Sara's experience level and her ability. Again, they fought before. She's saying she's not a chicken, but everything's going against her here. And Roxxy drawing with the crowd. And are we about to actually see? Yes, finally there's some contact and Roxxy gets the better of it. We're nearly like 4 minutes in to this match, I think. And Roxxy getting bounced around by Sara, who's obviously had enough of this tomfoolery. She just boots Roxxy right in the chest and sends her flying. Sara crashes into the corner, squashing Roxxy and drops with a bulldog. And Roxxy rolls out the ring. So she's had a taste of action here, but it didn't go her way in any shape or form. And again on the floor, keeping out of the way, avoiding Sara, running away from her. And it's a bizarre strategy she's employed. I mean, Roxy's no coward. If you've ever watched any of her other matches, she traps Sara's ankle in the ropes. I think maybe that's what she was hoping for, to get within striking distance and could use a cheap shot, and now seems to be focusing on those long legs of Sara's. Stomping away. And I mean, again, she doesn't have a huge amount of experience as Little Miss Roxxy. But like physically she's got all the tools necessary. You may well know that she does a lot of pole dancing, so consequently she's got a very strong core. She's an extremely powerful person. You have to be able to hold yourself upside down on a pole. So I mean, she certainly is no slouch physically, and I think she can definitely match up with Sara when it comes to power. And she's obviously shown a bit of a mean streak as well. I think this is just some idea of hers to try and lull Sara into a false sense of security. She obviously has eventually now working on that leg. Referee Kieran Swinney being insistent, break the hold when he tells you. Oh, Sara gets a roll up. Roxxy took her eye off her opponent there, but goes straight back in for the attack. Sara's been chasing a fourth record-breaking B2 Women's Championship reign. Just a couple of matches against Leah Owens, and has been determined to get that title back. It's not quite worked out, because Sara last appeared in Showdown back in March in her Championship Showdown special, where she did indeed face Leah Owens for the title, but it was not to be. And Sara gets the ropes. I thought she was going to be able to get out of that half crab, so instead gets the ropes. It's Roxxy now seems to be attacking the lower back of Sara. But then back to the leg again. And drives her down knee first. Sara wears a knee pad, yes, but I mean, it's only a bit of fabric, it's only a little padding. It doesn't give you a huge amount of protection when you get your knee slammed heavily in the ring. Now, of course, it's just a layer of canvas with boards and metal frame underneath. There's not much in the way of padding, so you can easily get injured. As Roxxy rolls Sara back in. See, she slowed the match down. She slowed it right from the start. She goes to the cover, but she has dictated the pace. Now she's got the advantage. She's been very methodical. There's been little in the way of wasted movement from little Miss Roxxy. Sara doing everything she can to fight back. And a slap to the face. There's just some disrespect for you. Again, Roxxy back on the attack, focusing on that leg. And drops her down. The knee DTs, it's sometimes referred to. Sara clutching at that bad leg of hers. Roxxy in for a cover. Not enough to put Sara away quite yet. And throws it at the floor. Now I assume you've got something in mind. Obviously there's chairs out there, there's a solid floor, there's walls, there's the ring post. And Roxxy just smacks Sara there. Go for it again. And a second chop. It's only targeting the knee, but she already knows what she's doing. Oh, and she smacks the post. And Sara retaliates in kind. Now, little Miss Roxxy, those chops are bound to have knocked some of the breath out of Sara's lungs. But she's gained a second one with that reverse neckbreaker. And Roxy's hand's going to be throbbing. It's going to make it difficult to apply submission holds here. Sara next ever took out. This crowd have taken to Sara, and quite rightly too. Even on one leg, she's still fighting back. Hooks up Roxxy, well, thought she'd go for a suplex, but couldn't lift her. See, the leg is what caused the problems there. It's difficult to lift somebody with one leg. You really need two for that base, and she was unable to lift Roxxy, who drops down on that knee again. The Roxxy has her measured. Sara firing back, some shots to the midsection. But Roxxy with knee lifts just to cut her off. And he's trying to get Sara across her shoulders. Remember, Sara is the much taller of the two. Unable to do it though. And Sara picks it. Oh no, Roxxy out the back. And nails a backcracker. And you notice she went for the lower back. Normally it's the shoulders and the upper back area that people apply that to. Kieran Sweeney goes in for the cover. Just a two again. But Roxxy, because she targeted the lower back, which is also part of the area that gets worked on by the half crab, she put both knees in the lower spine of Sara, just for added discomfort. Off the ropes. And Sara catches her in mid-air and just lobs her overhead. But Sara's unable to capitalise and able to follow up. Roxxy may have had the breath knocked out of her. It's been quite the gruelling match, I have to say. Sara's trying to get the audience back on her side to feed off their energy. Her leg, her lower back must be agony. And she's so slow in getting up. Roxxy, I don't think was expected to be caught and lobbed through the air. A European uppercut sends Roxxy down, and again Sara fires her off the ropes and just smashes into her, runs right into little Miss Roxxy there, and unleashes more forearms in the corner. Things going Sara's way. Hang on, ducks. A Northern Light suplex, but only a 2. I don't think she was able to hold that as much as she would have liked. That bad leg of hers means her bridge wouldn't have been as strong as necessary to be able to fully pin down Roxxy, who pulls down the rope, and Sara's charge sends her over the top rope on the ring apron. Yet another forearm. Shoulder at the midsection. Sara over with that sunset flip. Roxxy sits down, she's got hold of the ropes. Wait a minute, she's grabbing the ropes, and the referee apparently did not notice. He's counting to 3 and he's ruled in little Miss Roxxy's favour. So Roxxy gets the victory. She needed the ropes to do it, taking advantage of that situation. And Sara not happy about this. Roxxy revelling in this win as she gets her head kicked over her shoulders. And Sara, bad leg and all, gains a modicum of revenge here this week on Wrestling Showdown.
Little Miss Roxxy scores a big victory over Sara there and moves one step closer to getting herself a shot at the Women's Championship. Speaking of Sara, she'll be facing both Sami Zayn and Debbie Sharp in a triple threat match this coming Saturday, July 22nd, the Kirkcaldy Ice Arena for our Showdown Summer Spectacular. The biggest, the hottest event this summer, and the one you can only see by being there live. It's not going to air anywhere, you have to be there in person. As if that triple threat match wasn't enough, what about the blindfold match? Mike Musso takes on Tim Wiley. What's going to happen when both men have hoods covering their faces and they cannot see where the other one is? If you're there in person, you'll be able to find out. And then it's our main event, the one everybody wants to see, the rematch for the heavyweight title. It's Falls Count Anywhere as the heavyweight champion James Scott takes on Bram. The big question is, will Bram be medically cleared to face James Scott? And if not, what's going to happen? You'll find out by being there this Saturday, July 22nd, in the Kirkcaldy Ice Arena for our Showdown Summer Spectacular. If you're at all on the fence about this, and why can't you view those 3 amazing matches, plus all the other stuff you're going to see on the event, then I implore you, I impeach you, get yourself some tickets. What few remain, they are available on our website. You go to W3LWrestling.com. You buy your tickets, use Showdown as a coupon code, you can have 20% off them. It seems like a bargain to me. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown, subscribe to this YouTube channel, make sure you're part of W3L Live this Saturday. It's the Showdown Summer Spectacular. You can only see it by being there live. What's going to happen? Will we have a new heavyweight champion? Who will win the blindfold match? Who will win the triple threat match? What else will go down? You'll find out on Saturday. And then I will see you the following day back here for more Wrestling Showdown.